All right, so everybody stop what you're doing. We're going to be working on we're going to mess around with introducing 3D tracking camera. All right, so what I first want you to do, find the YouTube video to find the download. Okay, so I want you guys, everybody, to go to videocopilot.net. Actually, you know what? I wish there was like a chat option to where I could post it. And actually, I think I can do it for you, Jacob. Yeah, I can put it in the chat here. Go to this site, videocopilot.net. Everyone there? Yeah, everybody's there? Okay, so you scroll down, you see this download plugin for After Effects. You're going to want the Apple or whatever. And it'll say, just now, it'll say can't be downloaded because of security reasons. Just press the keep. Show in Finder, and then open. It'll install. Okay, so then you click open again, and then you open Sabre installer. Open. Okay, and this guy will pop up. Just say agree. Install. Put in your password.
That's a long password.
Yeah. And it's installed. Awesome. So this is a cool plugin where you can use, this is the kind of a beginning stages of some VFX. Basically, it's these guys right here. They're like lasers, all right? Yeah. Are you serious? Hold on one second, Jacob.
If I download the Mac version on a Windows computer, will it blow up?
No, don't do that. Get the Windows one. There's two different versions. There's a Mac one and there's Windows. Okay, put in on the username Jared Cunningham. Why don't you just tell us your password? Because I can't tell you that. You can access all the files. Did you get it set? No, you're good. So scroll down. Oh, it's different. Right there. Oh, you good? Okay, I can put my password. So bomb. Is that not work? Did I not going to do that? No. Oh. Ready? All right. That's finished. Okay, everybody got it? Cool. Okay, once you have that downloaded and installed, you can now open After Effects. All right. So I have it already. Oops. Okay, so what we're gonna, oh shoot,
Quite cool.
hold on a second. It should automatically pop in your effects panel. I think it's realizing it. I got it now. Let's see. Yep, it does. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'll load this through, and this is what the effect we're gonna create. Okay. Let it load through so you can see it. It takes a long time because we're actually using VFX and stuff and camera tracking. So, and these computers are slow and they can't really handle that. So it's going to take time to render each time when you play it back. Oh my God, it's so slow. Okay.
Is it actually doing something? Oh, it's
It is. It's just
what's it supposed to look like?
that. So this is what it's supposed to look like at the end. It's hard to see on the screen, but there's a little flicker. There's some camera tracking. So it's not just a regular scale. You're using the camera inside After Effects. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a new sequence here. Oops. What the heck? That's not what I wanted, though. Shoot. Colby, go ahead and get into your computer and go to this site called videocopilot.net and install the Saber plugin. And it should go right here. So you'll download the Apple one. Two compositions. There we go. I was editing Premiere last night, so I'm a little confused. So you go and create a new composition in After Effects, and we'll just do this one on Saber. Okay. So like before, we've got your blank canvas. So we'll create a new solid, make it black.
What if I want a white solid?
I mean, you could try it and see if it works. I don't think it will, though. There's always a reason why they have black solids, and I think it's because of the transparency.
Okay.
But you can try it and see if it works. If not, you can always just create a new solid and then put a black solid underneath everything. All right, we'll let Colby catch up in here in a sec.
What does the yellow check mean?
The yellow check? What are you talking about?
On the attendance thing, there's like the green ones, and then the red ones, and the gray ones, and then the yellow one.
Oh, that just means you're late.
Ah, gotcha.
So you're late, Jacob.
Ah!
It doesn't do anything to your attendance grade, I believe. I'm pretty sure it just says that they were late to class. And maybe, I don't know. Oh, it does. Well, be on time, everybody. Sorry, but that's just how it is. And if I don't crack down, then I get yelled at by Dan. So
It do be like that though.
Wyatt, so go to videocopilot.net and download the Saber plugin. This guy right here. We're gonna do Workday at 50. At 50. So we're gonna try to get. I'm gonna show you guys how to do camera tracking. If we get done earlier, which we could get this done in 10 minutes. Then we can go straight to working. It is videocopilot.net, and then it should just be. You scroll down. Why is it always different for everybody?
Just go down and just type into Google, that's safer.
Yeah. Yeah, I always use never use Mario. Internet Explorer? I've used that in years, dude.
It's not Internet Explorer anymore.
It's Microsoft Edge.
Edge.
Isn't it? Yeah,
It's really nice now, though. I like it. It's something before it was called Internet Explorer.
You guys are too
Easy
young.
Launch, that was
I'm pretty
all
sure.
that thing.
I remember when internet made the sound. Hey.
Yeah, no.
You guys don't remember that?
I thought I could look it up.
Yeah, how old are you guys? You guys are, I'm 23. 2000. 2000, yeah. So it happened, I think they changed the internet.
What's the website called again?
It is called videocopilot.net. You can just put in Google Video Copilot Saber Effect. And you should get right to it. Okay, so it's installed. So what you're going to have to do now is close After Effects to have it like basically say that you're.
Just kind
Oh,
of
yes. I hated that sentence. Do it. I'm going to need. I'm going to have to.
Ding dong.
Who joined? Hey.
I remember that one too. Dude, I feel
It's
so
like a
old
very
now. You guys
long
don't even know about that? That's insane. Because, I mean, technology is just boosted, like, just in the last century. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm outside and there's those mowers mowing by themselves.
I know, yes. We call,
It drove right
call
by me,
it
I'm
the Robo the Mobo. That's what me and Ty call it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it just drove right in front of me. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
So that's installed. Now open After Effects. So this is just gonna be the beginning stages of 3D tracking. And hey, Tiffany, what's up? Beginning stages of 3D tracking.
What the heck, Brady didn't show up. I just saw him leaving campus.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I mean, he sits right there. So.
Oh, I entered campus when he left.
Oh, maybe he's just not
Oh, I thought it
feeling
was
good.
a work day. I thought he
Yeah,
was-
it's I wanted to begin this because
No, this is-
we gotta keep on schedule. So
Yeah.
so open After Effects, guys. Check to see if the video copilot right down here in the effects and presets is installed on your computer, and it'll say Saber on it. Is it all there? Colby? All right. So go to effects and presets to make sure down on video copilot it says Saber. All right, okay. So we're gonna create a new black solid right here. Create a new text layer. You can just put Saber or whatever. Commercial, you could just put Apple. Let's just put Apple. Put Apple. Whatever commercial you're working on.
Hair.
What's up? Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Get the adjustments and all that the size that you want it. Put the star like before. Okay. Align it. Make sure everything looks good, centered up. Okay. So now you're going to create another solid layer and you're going to call this Saber. And this is going to be your Saber effect, okay? And that's where you'll put the Saber effect onto that layer called Saber, okay? And this little guy will pop up. It's like a lightsaber, Star Wars. Okay, go ahead.
Literally titled it Saber.
Yep.
That's pretty.
I will title it whatever the effect is that I'm going to put on it. No, so it's let's start over. So go to new, solid, black solid, put in Saber because that's the effect that you're going to put on there. Okay. And then grab the Saber effect and throw it onto that solid layer. Just like that. And this little light will beam up. And whatever effect that you download from the internet, you'll go to, or where you laugh? Oh, you were laughing. I thought you were laughing, Jackson. You were just sneezing. It sounded like you were laughing. Server connections interrupted. What the
Uh-oh.
heck?
Ignore.
That's weird. Okay, so every time you put an effect, a VFX, anything like that, it's going to pop up right here on your left-hand side, right up here. And these will be all your controls for that effect, okay? So the Saber effect has a bunch of these different, it has a whole bunch of these different like colors. See, Protocol does this weird, cool color. Core does this like fiery color. And Energy, it just does a bunch of stuff, okay? So we're just gonna do the default. And you can change the color here as well if you wanted. We're going to keep it the same. You can also use the eyedropper tool to. If this ever pops up, always say deny, okay, guys? That's the government trying to, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so then you have your intensity of the glow. You can put it to 100%, or you can keep going to 500%. That's ridiculous. We're just going to keep it at 50% for now. Oh, not 5%. We're going to keep it at 50% for now. The glow spread, that's just like the spread of the glow. Okay, we're going to keep it all default. The size, the bias is kind of just the radius of the glow. The core size is like the thickness of it. Okay, so these will all be kind of the same thing of any kind of VFX that you pop on there, okay? Okay, so let's get it set to the text, all right? I'll look back at the notes here. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're gonna set ours to neon. Neon's gonna give it a pink color. And so right in the effects panel here, we're gonna set these numbers to what this says here. Because this is a tutorial, but this is just a basic of 3D tracking once we put it in the camera and stuff like that. So this is like two projects in one. It's a VFX project and it's also working on in 3D camera movements, okay? So the glow intensity will be set to 33%. So go ahead and put that to 33. The spread will be 0.88. The bias will be 0.30. And then the core size will be 3. Okay, so once we got that, you'll see like the different changes that it made from the original. The different colors, the intensity, all that jazz. So then we'll go down to customize core. And you'll look at that drop down, all right? And all you got to do, let me go back. Customize core. And this is where you can put that effect towards your layer if you want it. Or you can just leave it how it is. But we're going to put it towards our text layer. Okay? Nothing happens. So we got to pick which layer.
Whoa.
It does. Did you put the text layer?
On Apple, yeah.
Yeah. So then you put the apple and bam, there you go. So you could essentially be done with this. We'll take a second. No, you gotta make a new solid.
So you're now I think say that over. It's too much. This is the back. Ghostbuster. Like some of them have you like if you put it on burning, you could like make it like graphic, make it actually so these computers can't run these graphics fast and then kind of set on
Change the website. The other two numbers, the glow spread is 0.88, Colby. Yep, and then the bias is 0.30. Okay, so once you got that, then you go down to customize core. You see where that is? Drop down, and then you'll see the core type, and you'll click that drop down and put it to text layer. And then right below it are two drop downs, and you'll click the one on the left, and you'll put that to your text layer, Apple or Rockstar. I think that's what you had yours. Okay, so basically, this can be a text effect. You could be done with this if you wanted, if you're making some commercial with neon. But we want to add a lot more cool stuff to it. Okay, so we want to now introduce you guys to camera tracking. And basically what that is a virtual camera inside After Effects where you're able to maneuver around, use different types of lenses that they already have in there, and do a bunch of cool stuff, okay? So here we go, let's just do it. So you'll go to new, you go to new camera, and this little pop-up will come up right here. This is your camera menu, okay? You can name this camera whatever you want. On the preset, it'll say the different types of lenses you can use. You got 15 millimeter, 20, 24, 28, 35, 50, 80, 135, and 200. The default millimeter is 50, and I'll just stick with that. Okay, you can have your units to millimeters, pixels, or inches. Keep it to millimeters. Your measure film size can be horizontal, vertically, or diagonal. Just keep it horizontal. And it kind of shows you a little bit of the, like what it looks like. 2-nod camera and 1-nod camera. Keep it on 2-nod camera. 1-nod camera basically means it moves and it just stays right where it's at and it moves in one direction. 2-nod camera, it can do whatever it wants, basically. Okay. So we're gonna press OK. Oops, I forgot to do this. Camera and lights do not affect 2D layers. Select the layer and choose 3D layer for your menu. So you need to create, which ones need to be 3D? I can't remember. Okay, so it's the Saber one and the camera control. Okay. So you need to press the 3D little icon down here in your timeline with the cube on the Saber layer, okay, to create a 3D thing. Yep. No, sorry. The Saber, yeah, the Saber effect. The effect. This one right here, the second one.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yep, just that one. And then we're gonna create I'm pretty sure this is a null object. Yeah, it's a null object. Okay. So then we're going to go to new null object. And we're going to rename this camera control. So this is basically our controller in After Effects, all right? And we're going to put these two, the camera control and camera 1, right underneath Saber. All right. And then we're going to parent it. And it is, camera 1 is parented to, yeah. So camera 1 needs to be parented to camera control because whatever the movements are for camera 1 will be parented to camera control. So this is, so create a null object. So right click, new, and then you'll see null object right down here.
Yep.
Create that, rename it camera control. So the reason why you would have a control is basically if you have multiple cameras and you want to have everything do the same thing, instead of clicking on each individual camera and doing the same exact keyframes, you can create a layer called, or a null object, and parent all those cameras to that, and it'll basically do everything the same. All right, so now we're gonna create a little animation real quick. So we're gonna use position, and this will be our ending point. So let's move it to like 1 second. No, we're gonna be using the camera control because that's our control. Camera 1 goes to your camera control. So you can use this parent and link drop down and do it that way, or these little squiggly lines, the parent pick whip, and move it right there. I say it looks like a little worm, or it looks like one of those fireworks that, you know, does the little swirl. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we'll add our ending keyframe right here at like 1 second. And then let's do, yeah, just do like any animation you want. I don't think I want to do position. I'll just do a scale. So our scale will be at 100% at 1 second. And then we'll zoom it out a little bit. Oops. I'm on camera control, yep.
Can I scale mine up the whole thing?
Oops. All right, let's take a quick second here. Create the camera control as 3D layer. Not this one. Oh, okay. And then, you gotta move camera 1 and camera control below saber. Okay. There you go. And then put camera control above camera 1. Yep, just like that. And it has to be below saber. Yep. What's that? Don't do it too far. We'll change that in the background. Yes. And then your text needs to be below.
Oh, yes. Very smooth after that.
So saber effect needs to be on top. Text needs to be below. Okay. And here, camera 1. Go up 1. Oh, no, no, that little one. And we'll just drag it over to
Better graphics cards. Rendering it to FPS.
or you can do it. It's gonna be forever. Yeah, it's because the computers are crap. Okay, so now we're gonna just really quick create a small animation. I'm gonna use the X rotation because it's a 3D layer, so I can mess with the rotation.
you could just hide it.
You can just hide it like I did. I'm just gonna do something like that real quick. Okay, of course it just takes forever. I'll easy ease them, whatever. All right, so now we're gonna mess with the background, okay? So if you wanna like change your background, you would use an effect called 4-color gradient. So you just go into your effects and presets and put 4-color. And if you can't find it, you go to generate on your effects and presets. And it'll be the first one right there called 4-color gradient. And you'll put that on your bottom layer or your background. This thing will pop up. Yes. 4-color gradient, yes. The bottom layer. I believe I'm missing something, so hold on one second.
As in our regular black solution.
That's what I'm missing. Okay. That's why it wasn't transparent. My bad. So take a pause on the background real quick. Okay, guys? Go to your saber layer, the effect, the top one. It should be your top one. Okay. To make it transparent, you got to go to your render settings all the way down at the bottom. Click that drop down. Go down to composite settings right down here. That drop down, click transparent, and then you're transparent. Okay, sorry, I forgot about that. Now you go back down to your black solid, your background layer, your bottom one. Does everybody have the 4-color gradient? Okay, so now you can choose whatever color you want to choose. For this, we'll do a purple. We'll do like a purple. If you want the same one, it's 8C00FF. 8C00FF. And we'll make 3 of those the same. And then the last one, we'll do a little lighter purple or like a little pink. Okay. So now, let's go back to our camera control. And let's mess with our position. Now, if you look at this drop down right here with your composition window where it says active camera, 1 view, 2 view, and you'll see the full drop down as well. You guys see that? So go to 2 view horizontal. And that will show you your camera movements basically. So you got like this is your main composition on your right, and on your left is, oh, that's the top, oops.
Where was the 2 view?
Right down here. Right next to active camera. Hold on. I don't want the top view. You can also see it in the main composition. So you go to see that active camera drop down, you go to top, top, and it will show you the camera right here on your main composition window. All right, so let's just do a quick scale in just to show you guys to see the camera move. And we'll just go to 115. Actually, let's do 50. So you see how it moved like that? Hold on. It's going to render through. Oh my gosh. That is so slow. I'm literally dying on the inside. Yeah, they're not. Shoot. Okay, let's just speed it through like this, okay? So, as you see, you can see the camera moving to its position with the keyframes, all right? So you see how on the left side, where the apple is, it's doing the X rotation, because I just did an X rotation. And then it's moving out with the camera. Now, you can't really tell that it just looks like a regular scale, you know? But if we had stuff in the background, like textures and all that kind of stuff, you would tell. This is also another way to do a scale if you wanted to, but what's up?
My second game was just.
Let's try it out. And then that's basically it, and you're done. Zoom out.
Well, here it is right there. It's front view. Why is it front?
It's just like
How do you make this one front? Oh, you put okay. Why's yours front? No, it's not. Yours is just after the camera. Is it front on the right side? Can't quite tell. Maybe that was it.
It's active camera and then 2 view.
No, I mean like the top. Here.
Oh no, it's front.
Yes, that was. I just didn't have mine set up.
So if you want to change each one, you just click in each window.
Okay.
So that's basically it. That you can see the camera and its movements and what it's doing. Bam. And then you can see your text, the final project basically.
It still doesn't show movement, but
It's not showing. Well, scroll through it like this. What I'm doing, because the rendering is ridiculous. So just scroll through it so you can see it. And that's basically it. Let's see, is there anything else with 3D camera tracking? So if you wanted to add a flicker, you'd mess with the opacity a little bit and just put like 0 to 100, 0 to 20, 0 to whatever. If you wanted to add a flicker, if you wanted to. That's not that important, but
couldn't you keyframe? Could you keyframe some of the effects in the Saber?
Hold on, 2 questions. Yes, you can get a flicker effect online if you wanted to. Yeah, there you go. You could do that. What were you saying, Wyatt?
Can't you like, you can keyframe like almost every effect in the Saber thing?
Yep, if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. So go down to the drop down where the camera 1 is and go down to camera options. And these are just all your different options you can do with the camera, okay? There's your zoom, and you can see your camera's moving. It's zooming in, zooming out. As you can see on my right side screen. I'll just put this to one view now so you guys can see everything. Okay. Depth of field, which is very important. If you're doing a scene, you want depth of field so you don't have that on. You can mess with the focus distance, your aperture, your blur level. You can have your iris different shapes, which is kind of cool. I would just keep it as a fast rectangle. Yeah, you can mess with your iris, your gain, your threshold, your saturation. So there's a bunch of cool little knickknacks that you can mess with in your camera options. And transform is basically the same thing as you would mess everything on your camera controller. It's basically the same. You can mess with your position, your rotation, all that jazz. And that's it. So that's basically your intro to 3D camera movement, and we'll get into more with different backgrounds and you can actually see better, and we'll put some objects in there as well. The rest of the time, go ahead and work on your projects for the rest of class. Lyric video. I do have an assignment I would like for you guys to do and have this do basically something like we just did in class today. You can do the Saber effect, or you can do just lighting virtual lights, whatever. But I want you to use the 3D tracking camera. So it's called lighting text for a commercial. You can basically pick any. I want you to demonstrate how to light text in commercial. You can do the Saber thing because that's basically lighting your text. Find a commercial you kind of want to mimic. Look at Apple, and just it can be just straight up Apple, you know. Show different lights and movements in the sequence using the 3D camera. It can be between 10 to 30 seconds, preferably shorter, so 10 seconds. If you want it to be 5 seconds, that's fine. If it's going to be that, I'll change that because, yeah, 5 seconds is probably, 30 seconds is way too long. Let me just do 5. This is 10 seconds. That sounds better. There we go. And this will be due on we're gonna have it due on Monday, the 5th. So yeah, there you go. And it shouldn't take too long. Like just go through what you did today. Mess with the camera, do different positions. Who here still is not able to access Adobe? So Colby and Jacob. Mason, is there any way you could have, since you guys are roommates, you could like see if your settings are the same on your computer for, because yours is working.
Just yesterday, it put me on the trial.
Are you serious? Oh my God, I'm literally gonna knock on their door and scream at them. What the heck, dude? All right, I'm gonna have to have an emergency meeting with Dan. You did? Awesome, thank you. Jacob, are you able to access Adobe at home?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I know Tiffany is, she's good. Okay, cool. So that's due Monday. Lyric video is due tonight at midnight. So go ahead and work on that. You guys are free to go, Jacob and Tiffany, and work on that. And there you go.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, Jacob.